A very good evening to all of you and welcome back to Hitbullseye. So, just as you all requested that you wanted to know the most important vocabulary or important words from the exam point of view for your CUET exam, so I thought of coming up with this series in which I will be, trying to cover up the most important vocabulary words in the upcoming lives. So it cannot be done in one live, it cannot be done in one day. So I'll be aiming one topic in every live. For example, today I will be discussing the analogy questions with you. I've come up with some of the fresh analogy question. If you want to, learn more about the analogy question, I have made a basic video before this. You can refer to that also. You will get to understand what analogy is. Well, I'll explain it in this live also. So for example, analogies live today, there will be a session on spelling based questions, there will be a session on antonyms and synonyms, idioms and phrases or prepositional usages of different phrases. So we will keep on doing that for the upcoming 2-3 lives. So stay tuned if you want to, improve your vocabulary, or at least if you want to guess or see how to guess the right answers. So today I am going to discuss the most important analogy questions with you. First of all, what is the meaning of the word analogy? Analogy is to draw comparison between two otherwise dissimilar things. So a thing is analogous to another thing if there is some kind of similarity on the basis of which we can compare the two. Right. Now, if I have to show you one example. Example is visual is to light. So first step should be you have to decode the relationship of this pair, and don't underestimate this step. It's very important to decode the relationship, otherwise there are high chances of choosing the wrong answer. Right, so visual is to light. Should the answer be audio is to sound? So basically the idea here is, let us give them the variable names. A is to B. So you have to decode a relationship using A and B, and you have to fit one of the options in that. So a similar kind of relation can clearly be seen in audio is to sound. Just as visual is related to the light, audio is related to the sound. Drama is related to the act. We cannot say that yes. So when you will get these kind of option, there will be confusing option like this one. Drama is to act. That drama is related to act. Rather you can say act or play is related to drama. Right. Noise is to speaker. So if we talk about a speaker, is it always noisy? No, that's not the right kind of a relationship. So this is just here to confuse you. And none of these, though it cannot be, because the answer is audio is to sound. Just as visual, when we say visual, we are talking about the light effect. Similarly, when we say audio, we are talking about the sound effect. So this was one example. To give you another example, for example, orange is to fruit. So in this, not just the meaning of the word, sometimes guessing the part of speech can also help you. If you are able to decide that orange and fruit, they are both noun, one, then you are able to see that fruit is the broader term in which there are many types of fruits. Orange is just one type. So you will get to understand that the relation is A is a type of B. So this thing, A is a type of B. This is the sentence or the structure that I have decoded. You have to do the same for each and every question. And then you have to look for the option pairs and choose the right answer. Now for example, in the options you have, for example, you have furniture is to chair, coffee is to tea, and the C one is, let us guess, what should I write? Okay, so I can write potato is to vegetable. So can you now tell me which one should be the right analogous pair? A pair which can be fit in this line. Look at this sentence. This is the structure that I have decoded. Which of these three can you fit in here? Come on, drop in your answers, everyone. Yes, students, which one do you think is the right answer? Okay, so clearly we know that potato is also a type of vegetable, so our answer should be C. Now, there is one thing we should all be noticing. Chair is also a type of furniture, just as table is a type of furniture, bed is a type of furniture, dining table is a type of furniture, chair is also a type of furniture. But what is the problem with this option? Yes, Ryu, your answer is absolutely right. The problem with this one is the order. The order is opposite here. Here the order was like this. From orange to furniture. Orange is the smaller unit, furniture is the broader one. But here, chair is the narrower one, furniture is the broader one. So these 2-3 things, guys, you have to keep in mind. Meaning of those words, knowing the meaning and the vocabulary is very important. Second, guessing the part of speech. If there is a relationship of, for example, humane and benevolent or benevolence. So humane is the word that we use for a person, and benevolence is his quality, or kindness is his quality. Similarly, in the options you should be looking for A should be the word that we can use for human, and in the B I have to fit a quality. So guessing the part of speech can also help you. Apart from that, always be considerate of the order. Don't reverse the order. Even if the relationship is same, but you think the order has been reversed, don't fall for that option choice. So with this basic knowledge, let us move on. So what is analogy? I am revising it for you. It's a comparison of two unlike things to find out some similarity. After finding out that similarity, we try to find out one more pair which has a similar kind of relationship. So decoding the relationship of the pair of the words to form a sentence structure, just as I formed a sentence structure, and then fitting one pair from the option in the same structure. So this should be our way of doing it. Okay, first question in front of you. Read the question and drop in your answers, everyone. Yes, Yatish and Ryu, you people are absolutely right for the previous one. Furniture is not a type of chair, rather chair is a type of furniture, and that is the reason the relationship was opposite. Yes, you're absolutely right. Let us see if you can answer this one. So, winter is to snow as summer is to heat, monsoon is to rain, autumn is to trees, and field is to grass. Do you see that? That is a tricky one. Okay, so one first response we have, which is A, and some of you are saying it should be B. Ryu is saying it should be B. Now, Yatish and Shivangi. Okay, we know that in summer you have heat. Sorry. We know that in summer we have heat. In winters we have snow. In monsoon we have rains. In field there is grass. In autumn the leaves of the tree fell. Right? We all know that. But then don't you think they're all very close to be the right answer? Probably this is the time you have to change the sentence structure. So you must be saying that we see B in A. We see snow in winter, we see heat in summer, we see rain in monsoon, and we see grass in field. You must be saying it. This must have been your sentence. We have to further, probe into this sentence to find out the right answer. क्योंकि summers में heat होती है, monsoon में rain होती है, तो further इसको कैसे reduce करें? All right, Mansi, got it. So इसको हम decode करेंगे. अगर मैं इसे कहूँ A और इसे कहूँ B, what should we be writing? So you can say that B falls from the sky or from the clouds in A. Winters में snowfall होती है, या फिर there is a lot of downpour of you can say this snow. Similarly, monsoon में बारिश गिरती है. जैसे winters में snow गिरती है, monsoons में बारिश गिरती है. Summer में we cannot say that heat falls from the sky or from the clouds. Got it? So this is the reason we are going to go with this option. तो बहुत पर ऐसे tricky choices हो सकती हैं. That is the reason I was stressing upon the point. right sentence structure forming is very important for analogy question. I have known students who perform so wonderfully on the RC sets. They score full marks in the RCs. But when it comes to analogy, they get confused because often there are 2 to 3 choices which almost looks the correct answer. For this one, it will be second, monsoon. Just as snow falls in the winters, rain falls in the monsoon. Heat doesn't fall, trees doesn't fall, neither does grass too fall. I hope this one is clear, everyone. Try your luck in the next question. There are 12 questions. I'm quickly going to show you all the question. Try to follow the hint that I've given you. Make a sentence structure using the variable A and B. Try to fit all the option choices and then you will definitely get the answer. Cigarette is to tobacco as cigar is to filter, shoes is to socks, milk is to bottle, or coffee is to caffeine. Yes, Yatish and Ryu, what do you think? Mansi and Ryu. Answer for second one. Come on, I'm waiting for your responses. See, try to decode the relationship of all the sentences. Okay, we have our first response which is D and which is absolutely correct. Wonderful. So we know that there is tobacco in cigarette. So you can say that there is presence of B in A. Can we say that there is presence of socks in shoes? Rather, they are complementary pair. So we usually do not wear shoes without the socks or socks without the shoes. So these are complementary pair. Cigar and filter are not related in any way, to be very precise. They are not related. Milk and bottle, there can be milk in the bottle, there can be something else also. So we cannot say that bottle is present in the milk. One, the order has been reversed, right? The order is opposite. Second, there can be anything in the bottle. But in coffee, there definitely will be caffeine. Just as in cigarette, there will be tobacco. In coffee, there will be caffeine. So this becomes our right answer. Now look at them. There can be milk in the bottle also. There can be filter in a cigar also. But what does that main ingredient that particular item is known by? Like cigarette is known for tobacco, coffee is known for the amount of caffeine it has. Very good, everyone. You've all answered it correctly. Okay, moving on to the third question. Television is to cable as radio is to... Now these are different ways of asking analogy question. So when I write this, when I write A is to B, you read it as like this. Like A is to B, similarly C is to D. So they can either write it in the sentence form or give it in this form also. So television is to cable as radio is to... Let us see who's going to answer this one. Drop in your answers for this one. Okay, so we know that television uses cable. Similarly, radio uses what? Well, radio is wireless. Radio uses the antenna. It catches the signal. So it doesn't use the wire. The televisions do. The television do not run on that only the antenna. They would need the electricity also. Radio does not do that. So the closest relation is with wireless. Just as television is to cable, similarly radio is to wireless. We cannot say radio is to plug. You don't have to always put it in a plug to play the radio. Microphone. Well, microphone is there inside the radio, we know that. But we cannot say that cable is inside the television. Television run on cable, radio run on wireless. I hope this one is clear. Television to फिर से होगा नहीं, would not make sense, so you can easily eliminate this choice. Very good, yes Ryu, absolutely right answer should be wireless. Let us now try our luck in the fourth question. White is to peace just as red is to. Now this will check your common sense also. Usually we associate the white color with peace, with equanimity, with being calm. What do we associate the red color with? Let us see who's going to answer this one. What do we associate the red color with? So to frame a sentence or to decode the relationship, you can say that white color promotes peace, or white color is a symbol of peace. Similarly, red color is a symbol of what? Try to fit these words. Can we say that it is a symbol of cleanliness? It is a symbol of hatred? Well, if it had been a symbol of, you can say, greenery or agriculture, it would have been green. Cleanliness के लिए, I don't think so there is any such. Hatred, water के लिए blue हो सकता है. It can be hatred, okay. Roses, well, roses are of different colors. Violence, this is the right answer choice, and I can see many of you have given D as your answer, which is absolutely correct. So yes, hatred नहीं बोलेंगे हम, violence बोलेंगे, because violence is a broader term. उसमें आपका hatred, aggressiveness, सारे factors आ जाते हैं. तो red stands for violence, red stands for danger. So had there been danger here, that would also have been correct. Right? So now again, looking at the parts of speech, white and red are color. Peace is the significance it gives. Similarly, violence is the significance of red. Moving on to the next one. Fifth question in front of you. Quickly answer this one. Articulate is to unclear. What is articulate? Okay, you must be aware of what articulation is. Articulation is pronunciation of certain sounds and vowels and words using your organs. All the organs that participate in the articulation or the pronunciation of a word. So just to drop a hint for you, articulate means very clear speech, something which has been pronounced very clearly and we can understand each and every word. So articulate and unclear, what kind of relationship do they have? Come on, think about it, decode the sentence. Well, the relationship between the two is something that is articulate will not be unclear. It will be clear. So you can say that A and B are opposite to each other. So all those option choices which are not opposite or which are synonyms, simply eliminate those option choices. Let us see who is going to answer this one. So explain and lucid. Lucid is again clarifying something or clarity in something. So they are quite close in meaning. They are not opposite. Grieve and somber are also synonyms. Well, we have to find out the antonyms because these two are opposite to each other. So these two choices we can easily eliminate. Assign and unencumbered, again quite similar. So the only answer is elaborate and sketchy. Sketchy is something very short and precise. But elaborate is when something has been explained at length. So clearly, something that is elaborate will not be sketchy. It will be lengthy in its information and its treatment. Very nice, absolutely correct. You answered this question also. Let us see the sixth question now. Census and population. Let us see who's going to answer this one. I am waiting for your responses in the chat box. What should be the right answer for this one? Let us see who's going to answer this one. Okay, our first response is from Ryu, which is A. Very nice, you. Very good effort, I would say. Let us read these. Census and population. If I say this is A, this is B, census gives you an idea or number of population, or it gives you data or figures of population. Similarly, itinerary, does it give you number of journeys? Come on, think about it, Ryu. Itinerary is the kind of plan you make before embarking on a journey, before going on an adventure. You plan things out and you write them down. But it's not necessarily a list of things that you have to do on the journey. So the relationship is a little vague, I would say. But inventory is actually, what is an inventory? Inventory is actually like a catalog of the items that has to be or have to be merchandised, right? So this is the right answer for this one, B. Inventory. In inventory or in this kind of a catalog, you maintain the list of goods and items that are there for the merchandise, for the purchase and sales. So everyone, right answer will be inventory, not itinerary. You've all been saying it should be itinerary. See, itinerary is simply a plan that what all you are going to do on a trip, or you can say a layout of the plan of when you embark on a particular trip. But it doesn't give you as such as such the number of something like census does, right? So answer should be inventory. Sorry, yeah, inventory, B. Moving on to the next one. Syllabus is to course. Similarly, which relationship should we go with, or which pair should we go with? Great, yes, Ryu, I can see your response. Try to answer this one. Syllabus is to course, rules is to jury, maps is to destination, recipe is to ingredients, agenda is to meeting. The course is laid out in the form of syllabus. What all has to be covered in the course is given in short in the syllabus. You can say that. So you are given an introduction in the syllabus to the topics that you are going to cover up in the course. Are you given introduction to the topics that are going to be covered in jury or by jury? Jury is a group of judges. Doesn't make sense, right? So there are as such no rules that the jury is going to cover up in their syllabus or something like that. So it's a little ambiguous. Map and destination. Maps do not give you syllabus of the destination or what all are you going to see in the destination. Map may help you to reach the destination. If I have to decode this relationship, A helps to reach B should be the right relationship for this. But what do we have to look? We have to look that B gives you an idea about the A, or B gives you a crisp and catchy idea about what all is going to be there in the A. So recipes to ingredient. So in the recipe, rather ingredients are mentioned. It doesn't give you idea about the ingredients. Agenda is to meeting. What all is going to be covered in the meeting will be given in the agenda. Similarly, what all is going to be there in the course will be given in the syllabus. So can you see now the right answer should be D. Yes, you have answered it correctly. D option. Very good, everyone. Question number 8. Photograph is to light. Photograph is to light. Shouldn't be script is to scene, film is to negative, recording is to sound, and concert is to song. So this negative is not that opposite of the positive. This is, I think you would have seen earlier when they used to have reels in camera, they would have to soak it in water and something like that, so that that copy of that reel or the photos was called as negative. Let us see who's going to answer this one. Photograph is to light. So you can click a photograph only if there is light. Can we say that? So, or you can say, see, this root word photo itself means light. So this phenomena, photograph, this process will be incomplete without the light. Similarly, can you say that script is incomplete without the scene? Script is the written form, scene is the enacted one in which you do actual acting. So this is not the right answer. Film is to negative. Can you say that film is incomplete without negative? Well, we cannot say that. Recording is to sound. Can you record something if there is no sound? Just as you cannot click a photograph when there is no light, can you record something when there is no sound? Think about this one. Ryu, yes. Shivangi is right. Answer should be C. Can there be a concert without a song? Why can't there be? Probably it's a dance concert, right? It's not necessary that concerts are known only for these songs. So even if you have to relate to the relationship, even if I say that concerts are incomplete without the song, these are the natural kind of phenomena we are talking about related to science. This is not related to science. This is further addition to tell you that answer should be C. Moving on to the next one. Ninth question before you. Vessel is to blood, tank is to oil, sewer is to plumbing, sprinkler is to water, and pipeline is to gas. So vessel, here we are talking about the blood vessels in our body that we have, the veins and the arteries. So vessel is to blood. What is the relationship between A is to B? So can we say that A is there in B, or A is stored in B? So, or you can say A is present in B. B is present in A. I'm sorry, my bad. So B is present in A, or blood is present in the vessels. Similarly, is oil present in the tank? Well, there can be water also. Is plumbing present in the sewer? Well, plumbing is an art, you can say, or a profession in sewer, to treat the sewage or sewage water. Is water there in the sprinkler? And is gas there in the pipeline? So answer for this one, I think, who has answered this? Jahanvi has answered this one. Very good, Jahanvi. Answer should be D. Pipeline is to gas. So just as there is blood in the vessels, there is gas in the pipeline. So that is the reason we lay the pipeline underground. Moving on to the next one. 10th. Outskirts is to town. So here outskirt means the periphery or the edge, outer edges or the outer boundary of a town. So here, very good, Ryu, absolutely right. Such a quick answer. Answer is margin is to page. The outline of the pages are known as margin. The outline of the town are known as outskirt. So simple. We cannot say that the outer edges of the ladder are known as rung. Outer edges of the tree are known as trunk. Or goblet. Goblet is a kind of a glass, you can say, made up of different metals. Earlier it was used, a wine kind of a glass. So you cannot say that the outer edges of a goblet are water. Doesn't make sense. So the only answer choice we are left with is D. Very nice. 2 questions left. Come on, quickly answer 11th one. Wardrobe is to clothes. We know that we store clothes or we put clothes in the wardrobe. So wardrobe, A is to B. If I have to say what should be the relationship, we keep B in A. We keep clothes in A. Similarly, do we keep medicine in pantry? Pantry is a kind of kitchen. So there can be other things other than the medicine. Do we put shelves in the drawers? Shelves are different thing. Drawers are different. Drawers are the kind of storage places which you draw out. Shelf is a different one. Do we keep books in the bookcase? Yes, we do. And by decoding the structure like this, look at this, how easily we've reached to the answer. Answer should be this one. Do we store crockery in the stove? No, that doesn't make sense. Crockery is something else. And we use the stove to cook our food. Answer should be B. Absolutely right, everyone. Very good. Keep it up. Keep the spirit high. We are on the last question now. Listener is to eavesdropping. A nice question, I would say. Let us see if you will be able to answer this one. Listener is to eavesdropping. Which pair is analogous or similar in relationship to this pair? Eavesdropper is a person who would, you can say, I would not say peep, who would listen to your conversation without your knowledge. That is known as eavesdropping. Chori chupke kisi ki baatein sunna, basically. So, spectator is to game, viewer is to gazer, observer is to spy, and speaker is to chatterbox. Which one is the right answer for this? Jahanvi, have you answered for this one? Amazing. Shivangi, Jahanvi, absolutely right. Answer should be observer is to spy. So one thing is clear. The listener also listens to something. The eavesdropper also listens to something. The difference is listener don't hide his identity, and eavesdropper doesn't want the other person to know that, see, I am listening. So this is a kind of you can say something that is done in the disguise or done in a hidden way. Similarly, spying is done in a hidden way, observing is done in an open way. In both, you observe something, but simple observer will not hide it. A spy has to hide it. It is his profession, it's his work. So that is what the difference is between the two. I hope you did get to learn a lot of analogy pair, a lot of relationship, or at least you got an idea how to decode the relationship and then find out the right answer. If you want more such amazing content, you want to attend the classes of the spellings, of the antonym, synonym, important one word substitution, stay tuned to the channel. I'll be coming up with more useful videos, and I have made many before this. You can refer to those videos also. Even before sleeping, if you give some time to watching these videos and at least learning these words, trust me, it will make a lot of difference. I hope you liked the video. If there are any suggestion or any of your doubts, you may put it in the comment box and we will definitely consider it. Thank you and all the very best for your preparation. So, okay, Yatish, I can see your response. I will be doing another live on the next Thursday. Stay tuned to the channel.